So, they did it again. Manchester United did it again. They bottled a good lead and they, well, did it. Manchester United are the new bottle jobs. Yes, they are. They did something that which could have been definitely avoided, which could have definitely been, we could have won this game, but no. Manchester United just decided to let it go. Well, time to be a little serious and let's get into the details of the match on how Manchester United did play and how Porto played. Specifically, Samu. That guy was amazing. Spaniard, amazing striker. I've seen him play for the first time, well, properly, of course. And Samu Omorodian, of course, amazing player. Scored two goals in his last match as well in the Europa League. They did lose because they had a red card after half time, and that doesn't really matter. Of course, United did get a red card as well, and it was none other than the man himself and the captain, Bruno Fernandes. Well, what can we say about that guy? Did he actually touch the man in the last kick of the ball in the 81st minute? We don't know. We'll have to see. Will Manchester United make another appeal? We don't know. We'll have to see. But getting into the details of the match, poor performance, shocking performance from Manchester United in terms of defending the ball. Midfield again, I spoke about this issue in the preview. The defenders, even the forwards, are going to just rush through the midfield because of course they've got too many tasks at hand to do. Ericsson couldn't close down the spaces, neither could Casemiro. It's plenty obvious that the tactics needs to be changed, and I can't keep backing Ten Hag. Ten Hag, it's time for you to leave. I think he'll be gone by the international break because I don't think his tactics are going to be suiting United. I mean, in this day and age, who plays a 4-2-4? Certain teams with like Liverpool who can really play in that 4-2-4 position or a 4-4-2 position because they have the right profile of players. We don't. We didn't get the right profile of players that we need, and the board can be held responsible for it. And of course, it's just down to the mentality as well. I mean, stepping aside from the midfield, let's look at the defenders. What was going on at the back? Couldn't even keep the ball, hold on to the ball in their own half. Matthias de Ligt, what were those loose balls? The crosses coming in, there were so many goals. The goals were from Pepe and Samu Omorodian. I mean, shouldn't be conceding those goals. It's just useless. Uh, it's like we're not supposed to be conceding those goals. Firstly, secondly, the defensive errors were something which weren't there in the past few weeks. So what's actually going on? Is it some tactical change? No, it's definitely not, because the tactic is the same as before. We're playing a 4-2-4 or a 4-4-2, same high press. It's down to the individuals now. I think something to do with the tactics, of course. I'll get to that in a bit. Talking about the tactics, of course. Well, the substitutions which were being made. I think Rashford was injured. Maybe that's why Garnacho came in. Garnacho had a couple of shots on target, but nothing far from what Rashford was doing on the pitch. Then Garnacho. He's becoming a good ball carrier through into the he's becoming a good inside forward. Garnacho is more of a shot taker from outside of the boxes. He can dribble as well, but I don't think he's clear of Marcus Rashford. But anyways, Rashford got injured. Garnacho had to come in. But what were those substitutes, man? I told you guys, even in the preview, I mentioned Joshua Zirkzee should be playing in a role where the team is a little more, compact. It requires a link-up play, like a link-up player, like Joshua Zirkzee. But Porto weren't. Porto were playing a mid-block. They were using a 4-5-1 or they were using a 4-4-2 again, as what United were doing. That's how most of the teams are playing these few seasons. But apart from that, I think the substitutions were horrible. On Ten Hag's side, this was a major L. Um, I'll say something about Ten Hag. Of course, it's his substitutes. Something has got to do, with his substitutes. I don't really like the way how he's, man manages, the way he substituted players. I mean, bringing on Anthony for Diallo. Diallo was all rightish. He got tackled by Samu Omorodian. Uh, but sure, I mean, at least he could move the ball forward. I saw this one pass. It was pretty terrible. Anthony was on the right. He was coming inside. He came inside and passed the ball to, I think, one of the midfielders. Was it maybe Casemiro or someone? Passed it to Casemiro. Casemiro passed it back. And then it was just the same cycle. The ball keeps getting recycled again and again. The ball goes from here to here to here to here to here. It's just a circle. No one has that creative mindset in these, Manchester United players. Is it because of the tactics? Is it because of individual errors? We can't say. It's just speculation. But from what I've seen in today's game, terrible, crappy performance from Manchester United, especially in the defensive areas. Matthias de Ligt, I'm a big fan of Licha, Lisandro Martinez, and Nusayr Mazraoui was impressing as well, but I don't know what happened. He nearly got an own goal if it wasn't for Onana, but then on the rebound, they scored. Koscielny scored. I wish that didn't happen, but Porto were really good. They were really good with the set pieces. They were really good with the crosses. Samu Omorodian, someone to look out for. Good Spanish striker. I think he's going to be really good for Spain in the next couple of years. But there's nothing really to say about Manchester United. Similar shocking performances in the defensive areas. Similar shocking performances in the midfield. Couldn't be that solitude fortress of Manchester United that we were back in the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Because, I mean, even with the 4-4-2 formation back then and right now, it's a major difference, tactical thing. It's completely changed the way our football works. But anyways, other than that, shambolic performance from them. Very poor decision making. Very poor tracking back, especially for Lisandro Martinez. I don't know what's going on in the heads of these players. Maguire, he came off. I said it in the preview as well. Harry Maguire should be getting to play instead of Matthias de Ligt, and I even said Rasmus Højlund in these situations should be playing ahead of Joshua Zirkzee, which I did stand correct. Even for Casemiro should be playing, of course, instead of any of our current midfielders, especially like Christian Eriksen, Kobe Meno, or anybody else. And Bruno Fernandes, what can I say about him? Manchester United recently had gotten the red card, verdict removed, and he was allowed to play in the Aston Villa, Brentford, and the West Ham game, I think. And he just got another red card today, 2 yellows, and I don't think he's going to be playing domestically, as even in the European games as well. But it doesn't really matter. Fernandes has been underperforming. He's got really bad numbers after the Barnsley game. So these were the negatives, of course. Talking about the positives, really good attacking runs from Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund. I think Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Højlund, they've been really good. They're going to be really useful for the next manager when they come in, and I think Rashford is someone to look out for the new manager, to use in and out. He's been a loyal servant to Manchester United, of course, but even Rasmus Højlund is going to be good for the next manager. I don't think, of course, Ten Hag is going to stay. The next match against Aston Villa, the striker, I'm forgetting his name. He's a strong left-footed player. He's got pretty strong goals with his left foot. He's a really good striker for Aston Villa. Aston Villa is going to get a lot of goals in the next match against United this October, 6th October on Sunday, and it's looking pretty tough for Manchester United, and I think Erik ten Hag could be sacked. It's looking pretty tough, boys, and this could be it for Manchester United. It's either make it or break it. This is going to be it for Erik ten Hag as well. That's it. Alright, thanks boys for watching, and please sub to the channel and follow my Instagram as well at footballfanatic003. Peace. Chill.